Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to this Scan Tool Network video. In this video we're going to show you a little bit about the airbag system. We're currently in a Volvo C30 and it's probably quite obvious to some, but if you have like an airbag light on the Volvo dashboard like we have here, this is a Volvo C30, some people might instantly know what the problem is, but some people might not have an actual clue. So this video is maybe hopefully going to give you a little bit of advice with regards to sort of how to deal with that. There are certain airbags in these vehicles, and it all really depends on the type of Volvo that you have, but some Volvos have airbags in different places, so that means there are connections in different places throughout the vehicle. And we see on forums people saying, like, people asking questions and sort of Facebook groups saying, I've got an airbag light on my specific Volvo, whatever Volvo it is, what is the problem? And we see a lot of answers by people saying, oh yeah, it's a problem with the like the curtain airbag or the SIPS airbag on the bolster of the seat. But the reality of that is that people don't know what the problem is with that specific vehicle. They're just guessing. Yes, they might have had that problem with their specific vehicle, but that might not be the case on somebody else's vehicle, okay? So I would certainly proceed with a little bit of caution if you are thinking about posting on one of these groups. The reality is you might get a different range of answers depending on people's previous experiences, but the only real way to find what the fault with your specific airbag is by using a tool like this, okay? You know, I'm not going to sort of try and sugarcoat it or anything like that. You know, this is the truth. If you were to take it to a garage wouldn't just be able to look at it or, you know, finger things around it. They would need to plug their tool into it as well, okay? So I'll pop the link to this kit in the description below this video. This is like the cheapest tool that will do it, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and select our Volvo here, and I'll just show you how you would kind of do that and how you would diagnose and find out exactly which problem this vehicle has, and then I'll tell you sort of what the main issues are, or what the main cause of this is. The problem that we have with this vehicle is one of the main reasons, okay? So we're going to find the airbag system. So it's the SRS supplemental restraint system, so we'll go into that, and then it's going to allow us to read the fault codes, okay? Now what we find is that a lot of people are when they're doing things in the car, things like hoovering, and they're moving the seats back and forwards, underneath the passenger seat and the driver's seat there is an electrical connection which can work its way loose pretty easily. It's actually just a screw that holds it in, but over time, as the seat goes back and forward, and if things are underneath those seats, they can catch on this. It's like a box about that size, and it has a screw going through it, and over time that screw can work its way out. So that's what we're going to show you here. So in this particular case, we got front right hand side impact protection resistance too high, and then driver's belt buckle current outside the permitted range 0091 005B. So it's telling us basically that there's a problem with the front right connection, and in this case there was a loose connection underneath the driver's seat, which we have popped back together. But it can be that, it can be something like it could be the side impact, but the very fact that we have two of these faults together would be quite unlikely that it would be two separate faults. So the buckle or the connection underneath the seat goes into those areas, okay? So that is why we're getting a fault with both of them, because we have got a loose connection there. So what we have done, in fact, is we have connected everything back together, and I'll show you what is now required. So we're going to clear fault memory, and we'll go to, I'll clear that, click OK, and then when I do that, just keep an eye on the message here and the airbag light right there. Oh, I clicked back by accident. We'll go back in, clear fault memory. Come on, tool. Clear fault memory, right, click OK. So keep an eye on the airbag light just while this happens. So we got our raise operation done. The message has now gone off there, as you can see. The airbag light is still on. That can take, I was going to say, about 10 seconds to turn off, but it's gone off there, as you see. So that is one of the main reasons why Volvos will get an airbag light on. Now, as I say, I'm not at all saying that that is the case with every single Volvo. Every Volvo is different. Every Volvo has had a different life, so every part of the vehicle is tested more than other parts. Obviously, what I'm saying here is assuming that you haven't got the airbag deployed, because if the airbag is deployed, then yes, of course, that's going to be the issue, and you would need to get that reset. But if nothing has been deployed, then what I've talked about in this video is probably a most likely culprit, but the only way to really find out is by using one of these tools. And as I say, I will pop the link to this kit in the description below this video. It's a really good tool. It's the most cost-effective way to actually do this. You could take it to a garage, you could take it to a dealer, and they'll probably charge you 2 or 3 times the cost of one of these tools. So it's in your best interest to get one if you are a Volvo owner or enthusiast and you want to maybe save money in the long run. Okay, but thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this video has helped.